Hey friends, welcome to or welcome back to the channel. I'm Kristen and today we are going to make one super long acrylic nail. I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I don't have a ton of experience with acrylic or using forms, so I am kind of in over my head, but it's going to be a fun time, so be sure to stick around. So I've been planning a little giveaway for whenever the fuck I reach 500 subscribers. I want to give someone this cute little Kuromi lighter. It's so freaking cute. You will need to buy the butane separately, but I'll go over that in another video once we get closer to that 500 subscriber mark. This is the one that I got for myself that I'm keeping. I use it all the time, and it's so freaking cute. There's going to be kind of like a weed smoking theme to this giveaway, so I also have these adorable pink papers that I'm going to give away. There will be nail stuff as well, but yeah, this is just a sneak peek. I want to say a big thank you to the handful of people who got a lot of enjoyment out of my last video. That would be the Beau is Afraid of My Nails vid. I realize that that type of content is really not for everyone. I definitely lost a few subscribers, which I thought might happen. That happened the last time I did a video based on one of those director's movies, so yeah, it's okay if my channel is not for you. I'm trying to do a lot of weird new things, and that's okay. But if you are here and you are vibing with the content, thank you. And I hope that we can continue to hang out, make really weird nails together, and just like have a fun time with it. And I don't plan on stopping on making those types of videos because it's kind of what drives me. I really love doing fan art. I'm super inspired by movies, and this is my creative outlet. And if I, choose to do a movie that's really weird and a lot of people don't like it, then my nail set's probably going to turn out really weird and a lot of people won't like it. But it feels good for me to have that creative expression. So, yeah, you get it. All right, so to focus on what we're actually doing today, I'm taking my time trying to apply this form. I really don't have much experience using forms. I think I only used them once before, maybe twice before. And so, like, going in and trying to make like a 4 or 5 inch long nail with minimal experience with acrylic and forms is a little ambitious, okay? So I'm going to do a lot of things wrong. My technique is not going to be great. Please don't judge me for that. I just wanted to try this. But I'm off to a relatively strong start. I was like, okay, Kristen, take your time, work those beads like Momo does. If you watch Nails by Momo here on YouTube, she's so good at acrylic. Literally every time I picked up a bead for like the first half hour I was doing this, I was just like, let that bead polymerize just like Momo does. But overall, I had a pretty difficult time keeping my beads consistent and holding it on my brush for longer periods of time. It's going to set a bit faster, and I don't know, I guess I'm just not there yet with my technique. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm making excuses for myself. I'm basically like, "Hey, I suck. Please don't judge me for it." I think that ideally I would have sculpted these with my hand in front of me, like holding my fingers down so that gravity helps me through the sculpting process. But because I can't really film like that, or I haven't figured out a way to film like that yet, so I kind of have to do it with my finger this way, which makes it really like awkward kind of to sculpt. It's definitely not doing me any favors sculpting it like flat like this. I hope you know what I mean. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of around this point where I'm getting more confident in my beads. Everything's been pretty consistent so far. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's get to the nail bed. I'm on a pretty good streak with my beads. Let's do this. And boy, oh boy, did that not go how I hoped it would. Things are still going smooth at this point, though. So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking grabbing a bead that big. It's like the biggest bead I've grabbed this whole time. And I don't know. I feel like I start panicking, I start sweating, I start realizing that bead's way too fucking big. And, yeah. I'm just like, oh no, what have I done? And you know that feeling when you're making something and you just feel it? You feel like things are gonna start going wrong, but you just push through it when really you should take a break. Like, I should have took a break around this point and regrouped, but instead I was like, okay, fuck those hard beads. I'm gonna go in with a really soft bead because I kind of work better with acrylic when it's more liquidy. And thank goodness I actually did a pretty good job getting that cuticle bead in there. But it was a different texture than like the rest of the beads. It was much more liquidy, and I'm still not doing a great job working it. This is so hard for me to watch back just because I know what I'm doing wrong, and I just wish I had taken a break from it instead of continuing to just like kind of mess up. But anyway, we need a high apex anyway, right? Like if the nail's going to be super long, we need a big apex, but I can tell that I've got a decent amount of filing ahead of me. Now I'm just like whacking that acrylic with the barrel of the brush. And I think it's around this point where I stop following Momo's advice. I stop letting the beads polymerize and I just go in with a more liquidy consistency, which is just what I'm comfortable with. That's how I prefer to use acrylic, but it's not a professional way of doing it. I'm probably being a bit too hard on myself because nobody is good at acrylic when they start, and if I keep doing it, I will eventually get better. Like practice does make perfect, not perfect, but better, you know? So, okay, I'm not gonna like be hard on myself anymore about this because at the end of the day, when you're just learning, you just kind of have to do it. And filing will help you in the end. And just take your time. And if you feel like you need to take a break, just take the goddamn break, okay? So the acrylic I'm using is from Tickled Pinque. I'm also using their Monomer. I do really like this brand, and I am a brand ambassador for them. So if you're in the US or Canada, you can use my code to save some money. And I don't get any kickback from that or anything. It's just a brand that I like, and they support me, and I support them kind of thing. Oh, and I'm excited to say that I will be getting my very first PR parcel in the mail from a dip powder company. So I'm going to do a video about that. I've actually never used dip powder before, like the proper way. So I'm excited to try it. And I definitely know some of you use dip powder and stuff. So you'll be able to tell me what I'm doing wrong and give me some pointers on how to improve. But I'll do like a first impressions type of thing. And yeah, I'm excited. I was happy that a company reached out to me because I'm still a really small channel. And to be fair, they reached out to me before I released that Beau is Afraid video, so who knows if I still would have got that offer if they saw that video, but anyway, it's too late. They sent me the parcel, so we're doing it. There's one particular person on Instagram that does super long sculpted acrylic nails. I think her page is called Jules Got Nails. You probably know who it is. And I have so much respect for her, even more now, because she does this kind of thing and they turn out perfect. I am going to have to go back and try to rewatch her videos to see how her technique is, because I need to learn some things. Like if I want to make super long nails like this, I need to improve my technique. She has a very impressive page, so I definitely recommend you check that out. I'm trying to strengthen up this side because it is hard to kind of turn my finger this way to get this side, so it ended up being a lot thinner than the side that was facing me, so yeah. So now that the structure is all there, like the whole nail is basically built, I'm going in and just trying to even out any areas that are really thin. And I don't actually get them all. There are a few areas that remain thin. But yeah, we're almost done at this point. Well, we're almost done with the sculpting anyway. So I'm checking the side profile, and there's like a huge dip right in there where the apex kind of like falls down a bit. So I am going to build up this apex area just a little bit so that it's more of a, it's not so much of like a step down, it's more of like a nice even slope, you know? Okay, I'm calling it done. So I'm going to carefully try to remove this form by pinching the sides and kind of tugging it downward. I'm not doing this very hard because I don't want to like hurt myself or snap the nail or anything like that. And it does eventually just kind of pop out pretty easy. Look at that. The sidewalls are down way too far on one side, but like, look at this. Look at this monstrosity of a nail. So let's move into some filing and clean this up. Filing this nail was so awkward. Me trying to get my bearings on like what I'm doing was hilarious. So you're gonna see me holding this nail in like a million different positions trying to file it. The hand file is not being my friend right now. So I'm gonna switch to my electric drill for a little bit, especially to clean up the cuticle edges and stuff, try to take down some bulk. I'm not that great using these drills either. So I'm gonna do this for a bit, but I do eventually go back to the hand file just for a bit more control. Okay, so I got this flat sanding disc from my last Shein haul, and I was super excited to try it, but the grit on this could not handle acrylic. Like, it's barely doing anything. So I need to get some discs that are like a coarser grit because, yeah, that was no good. That was a total fail trying to use that. So I'm back to awkwardly filing with my hand file. Like, what the fuck am I doing right here? Oh my goodness. Like, how this seems so ridiculous, but whatever. We're getting there slowly but surely. Obviously, I'm not going to show you all of the filing. I'm only just going to show the first little bit of it, then I kind of perfect it off camera. Although perfect is kind of a strong word for how this turns out, but you get it. Oh, I kind of got my stride here. This is a good way to hold it. I also think it's hilarious whenever the nail is in frame, but my like finger isn't. Like, it's so long. And sometimes it's just independently in the screen without my finger. It's so funny. I had to with the Jaws music when I was creeping in. So here I'm done filing. The apex is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that shape turned out. It's thin on the side. I needed more product right there. But overall, pretty good. I'm going to take some acetone, and this kind of melts the acrylic a little bit to remove any scratches from filing. I'm going to use this holographic glitter top coat from Makartt. It's a couple of years old, so sheet thick, probably needs to be tossed, but I've barely used it. Like, I've never used this top coat. So anyway, I just thought it would add a little sparkle to the plain nail. And I was worried that if I did just like a regular top coat or base coat or matte or whatever, that you'd be able to see all the imperfections really easily. So part of me is hoping that the glitter distracts you from the imperfections of my filing. If you're wondering if this nail is heavy or uncomfortable, it is. It's really fucking heavy, honestly. I mean, it's probably my fault for using too much acrylic or like not having a good technique, but yeah. Time to cure in sections because she don't fit. Bitch don't fit in the lamp. Okay, the nail's done. But you know, why not do some extreme decorating for an extreme nail? I can't help myself, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna decorate this nail as if I had no boundaries whatsoever. I love nails that are like decked out all the fuck. Like, I'm trying to think of some examples and I can't right now, but there's lots of great nail artists that just go wild with their charms, and I love that aesthetic. I just love it. And yeah, so I'm calling this uninhibited charm decoration or charm placement. I'm just doing whatever I want with the charms and I'm putting on as many as I fucking can. And sure, it's going to be intense and even heavier than it was before, but it brought me joy, and hopefully you like it too. I'm not planning to wear this for any length of time, and I'm saying that because normally when I would apply charms like this, I would add a layer of base coat to the back of the charms, and probably also apply it to a nail that had base coat on it versus the top coat on there. So I'm not planning for these charms to stay, is what I'm saying. I'm not making these so that they won't come off. I'm just doing it for fun, and I'm probably going to take these off right away. Okay, I'm creeping in with the finished nail. It's definitely not a set, it's definitely just one nail. And here she is in all of her glory. Super decorated. Very heavy. Let's look down the barrel, check out all the angles. Let me know what you think. I think I would love to see a whole hand decorated like this. Oh, I put rhinestones in the back, but I don't like it, so ignore that. Pretend those aren't there. Let's do a little inspection. I got all these cute little pearls, butterflies. I added that bow to the Hello Kitty. We've got a dangly charm. We've got that lollipop. I added these cute little heart charms. So sweet. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Just how I like it. So yeah, I hope you all had fun hanging out with me making this one super long nail. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you want to see me try to attempt a whole hand one of these days? But yeah, thanks for being here. Bye. Just kidding. I'm going to show you taking it off too. See what I mean about not using base coat for your charms? They just flew right off. So yeah, thanks again for being here. Have a great one. I'll see you next time. Bye.